Hello, Generals. Frieden Bryant with you again on this wonderful Friday morning at Heritage High School, and we're pumped and ready to go for our second newscast of the week.
Yes, we are, Kieran. Let's get the ball rolling today with our announcement segment called What's Up, Heritage? So tell us, Brody and Kieran, what's popping today?
Now let's get on to your Friday announcements. Fall picture retakes will be happening September 19th. So if you're unhappy with your photo, come on and get a new one. Also, the Powder Puff football game will be happening today at the Jeff Sims Field, where the girls will be playing football. Admission is $3, so come out if you can. And finally, homecoming week is coming soon. It'll be happening from September 25th through the 29th, with various activities including a dance, shopping cart parade, and more. So let's make it a fun week. Now let's get on to the weather with our weatherman Brody Morrison.
Thanks, Kieran. And now, let's get on to your weekend weather forecast. For Friday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 81 and a low of 65. For Saturday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 80 and a low of 64. For Sunday, we'll have isolated thunderstorms with a high of 79 and a low of 58. And for Monday, we'll have mostly sunny skies with a high of 81 and a low of 58. So get out and enjoy the nice weather this weekend. Now, let's get back to our anchors for more news.
Thanks, you guys, for keeping up the good work.
Appreciate it, Owen. And on to the news now, and our sophomores are back in the building from a great trip over to the Colonnade this past Tuesday.
Yep, they took part in the annual Teen Maze event.
An educational field trip that is designed to help students learn more about the various aspects of life. How did it go? Here's my partner, or usual partner, Isaac Delk, with Devin Cannon, reporting on this trip.
I think it was very fun, and I had a bunch of fun with my friends. I got to hang out with them. I got to see what it was like with other people. There was a part in there where people were describing how they messed up their life really bad and they came back from it, and I found that very interesting. There was a part where we could hold babies and stuff and change them, change their diapers and stuff. I think that was very fun, and see what it was like to be pregnant with a little waist around them, a little waist carriage. I don't know how to describe it. It was full of sand or something.
I thought it was pretty cool, and I think that every year sophomores should always go and do it because it's a pretty good thing to do, and it helps people learn about the safeties of other stuff when you're a teenager. The last part, we got to go around in different stations, and one of them lets you see what it's like to be pregnant and hold the baby with the weight on your stomach.
We learned about how vapes aren't really good for you and why you shouldn't do them, how much cigarettes are in each vape, and Juul and vapes and cigarettes and all that. You learned about car crashes, I think the first thing, everybody went in this room and he was explaining how he had killed 2 innocent people in a car crash. His roommate's girlfriend was driving and she was drunk. And they were going back to the campus and she ran into a tree.
Good times. Welcome back, sophomores.
Moving on now, another annual event held right here at the Taj by our journalism department.
That's right, Kieran. Mr. Peace and his students teamed up with Jostens to provide a journalism/yearbook workshop that welcomes students and staff from schools all across the Tennessee Valley.
Yep, it's a great way for our schools to get together and learn new innovative ways to design their yearbooks.
Our 5-star news reporters Parker Scott, David Butler, and Gabe Guffey spent some time down there at the conference and filled in with this report.
So today we're hosting about 15 different schools from across Georgia and Tennessee for the regional Jostens Yearbook Workshop. So this is an annual workshop that Heritage has hosted for several years, 10 years. Students come here, they learn about essentially the basics of yearbook design, so graphic design, they learn about photography, they learn about interviewing skills, they learn about marketing skills, basically everything that you need to effectively put together a book and market it to the school community.
I'm Allie.
And I'm Briley.
And we are co-editors of the HHS The Legacy Yearbook. Today we have a yearbook workshop where a bunch of schools from around Georgia are coming together, and we're going to learn about a bunch of different things for our yearbook.
Yeah, how to get the student body involved and the cover and making spreads and stuff. We're also going to make our cover and work with artists today.
Hi, I'm with Model High School today. We're with the company Jostens, who makes the yearbooks, and we're just kind of going over, pictures, spreads, how to make the yearbook good in general, and very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It also provides our students a chance to network with other students from around the region, which is very helpful as well.
Certainly a great event, guys. Way to go, journalism.
Now, let's shift you into some news that might hit home for some of you students that are in need of a job.
Yep, this segment is right up your alley. It's called General Jobs, and it's brought to you again by 5-star news segment producer Owen Bryant and work-based learning teacher Vaughn Crane. Take it away, guys.
We're back with another episode of General Jobs, and I've been asked to come up with about 3 or 4 places that are currently hiring. And so this week, one is Bass Pro Shop. They're going to be having an open interview hiring event September 20th and the 21st from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can go down to the store in East Ridge and just apply in person. You can also come by here, and I've got a QR code that you can scan. To work in the firearms section, you need to be 18, but they are taking applications and getting hiring ready for the Christmas season. Lake Winnipespukia is going to be hiring. They are hiring in anticipation of their fall event, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. We've got a recruiter actually coming to the school one day this week that's going to be taking applications and getting people signed up for that. And then Walmart, of course, is ramping up for the Christmas season. Those jobs are paying pretty good, up to $14 an hour in some cases, and a lot of shifts available, a lot of jobs available. So any of your retail places right now are going to be hiring, and definitely with Christmas coming up. But Bass Pro is going to be the big one the next couple of weeks, and the open hiring event is something I would check out if you're looking for something that's not in fast food.
Oh man, I always thought it would be cool to work at Bass Pro.
Haven't you already worked there? Anyways, it's a nice place for sure.
Time for a commercial break now though, Kieran.
Yep, but don't go anywhere, because after the break, our sports guys will tell us about some pretty impressive wins from our softball and volleyball ladies, and we'll get latest information about the annual three-point shootout basketball competition starting soon.
Stick and stay. Sports is next.
It's my turn now, Munch.
Welcome to sports, everyone. I'm Lily Scott, and I have my partner, Emma Williams, right here by my side. And today, how are we doing, Emma?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking, but let's get on to some sports stuff this Friday, Lily.
Okay, let's rock. And we'll start off by telling everyone there's no football game for our Generals tonight.
Yeah, that kind of stinks for us fans, but I know the coaches and players, it's a good week to hopefully rest up and get healthy.
It is, Emma. For me, I've missed 2 weeks already, so I'm kind of bummed by the bye week.
Well, how's all of our teammates and coaches feel about it?
During the bye week this week, we've got Powder Puff going on, so me and Evan are going to coach that like we do pretty much every year. And then this weekend, I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Madden. I'll probably do that. Maybe try and go back to the Blue Hole and Saudi Daisy. We haven't been there in a while, but it feels good to have a week off of football for sure.
This week I'm probably just going to play some video games. You know, I ain't got much going on. Probably watch the Ohio State game on Saturday, and I think it's going to be a fun week.
So we get Friday off, but not much changes throughout the week because we still have practice, but do get a Friday off. I'm actually building a house right now, so probably be over there working on that. And on Saturday, just watch football, hang out with my family, and then back to work on Sunday.
So we have an off week this week for football, and so I was asked, what are we going to do with the band? Well, the band also has Friday night off. Saturday, some of our students are participating in a UTC band day where they get to go and spend the day with the UTC band, playing pregame, playing halftime, and enjoying the college game atmosphere. Otherwise, we're just getting ready for some competitions coming up, which are going to be really awesome down the road. But we're going to enjoy our Friday evening without playing in the stands. Go Generals.
Sounds like most are just using the night off to get some much-needed rest.
Yep, now into softball, and our girls are right smack dab in the middle of the region schedule, Emma.
Sure are, and the Generals were on the road down to Tunnel Hill, Georgia, taking on the Northwest Whitfield Bruins.
This has always been a great matchup. How did our girls do in the game one?
Well, can you say dub? Here's 5-star sports reporter Owen Bryant with the Game 1 recap.
We beat Northwest 10-1. It's obviously a region game, so again, it moves us up closer to our goal in region. Addie had 14 strikeouts last night. Macy was 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs.
It feels pretty good. We've been working on our hitting, so it felt good to get those.
We had really, really great at-bats at the plate. We've been working on our hitting, working on having good approaches, having a plan at the plate, and I think we executed that last night.
It's good. It makes our record 12-2, I think, which is a good record.
Congrats, ladies, and volleyball kept on keeping on Tuesday as well with 2 more regions game place in the win column.
They sure did, and both came in straight sets over Cedartown and Northwest Whitfield.
Our 5-star sports reporters Ethan Booth and Logan Beasley talked with Coach Cooper on Wednesday about the big wins.
So we had 2 more region matches on Tuesday night. We played at Cedartown. It's always a little rough getting started because of that long bus ride. So the first set maybe didn't go quite as we had wanted, but we still won. We were able to play some different lineups. We had a player out, so we had to fill in some spots, but we were able to win that set and then carry that momentum against Northwest. And again, we played around with some lineups. We had some different people playing in different positions, but we were able to be successful in that match as well.
Okay, so our game versus Cedartown and Northwest went pretty well yesterday. It was a long drive, so we were kind of tired, so it got to a rough start. But we were able to bring up a JV player, and she did really, really good. And our wins now are good because it was a region match, and so we're really succeeding in the region matches that we have so far.
Congrats, ladies, and keep up the good work.
Now to a little basketball, and while our girls and boys teams don't even start practicing until Halloween, there's still basketball being played down in the gym.
Well, it's about to be played anyways, as Coach Bryant's annual 3-point shootout is just a couple of days from starting up.
Yep, and it sounds like a lot of 3-point shooters have signed up to try to bring home the title.
Well, let's get you back to our 5-star sports reporters, Bree Wilson, Sarah Sailors, Talon Pickett, and Gage Brewer for more news on this year's
journey.
Guys, our 3-point shootout is going to start next week. I'll probably try to have the brackets up by maybe Tuesday. So if you haven't signed up, you still have by the end of the day today to get your form in. We'll close it off today, and then we'll get started probably midweek. I'll have to get the brackets drawn up. We'll get the bracket printed out, and we'll get started next week. Right now we have probably close to 30 teams, so we need a few more teams. So if you haven't turned anything in, you still have by the end of the day today, and it's $1 per person, $2 per team. Prizes will be awarded for first and second place.
I think about the only competition we're going to be worrying about is the green machine, which there ain't much to worry about. But there's one thing about it. If I get hot, you might as well close the gym down and go on home because it's going to be over with nothing but string music. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Jake
and Deb,
and we're really excited for this year's 3-point contest. I'm playing with Cody Brime.
I'm playing with Brody James.
Yeah, we're excited to play. We're gonna do good this year. Turn around from last year. Make sure you check out the bench warmers.
Hopefully we play better than we did last year, because I think I got eliminated in like the first or second round last year. So I'm just hoping we do better.
Cut. Oh, bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back to College Football Corner. I'm your host, yet again, Nathan Trobaugh. The game we will be going over today was the Texas-Alabama game from last week. Now, this was not the best game overall, I think. It was nowhere near as close as I originally thought it was going to be, but I'm very proud of Texas as they pulled the upset from as the 11th seed to the number 3 seed Alabama, ultimately winning 34-24 with an impressive fourth quarter scoring 21 points. Overall, if I was an Alabama fan, with the dominance they've had, I would be insanely mad that we got beat by an 11th seed. And if I was a Texas fan, I'd be, cheering till the sun went down tomorrow. So that's all for evaluations. Let's send it over to predictions.
Yes, before we get on to our games, let's see how our experts did last week. Hayden led the charge going 3 for 3, putting him at the top, ultimately going 5 and 6. Kayla and Mr. Lee both went 2 for 3 on their picks, putting them at 4 for 6, and Bobby put up an abysmal 1 for 3, putting him 3 for 6. Now let's get on to the games. The games we will be predicting this week are Georgia versus South Carolina, Tennessee versus Florida, and Hawaii versus Oregon. So let's send that off to our experts.
Pick for the Tennessee-Florida games, got to be Tennessee, because it's my favorite team, and I just feel like they're going to beat them.
Tennessee, Florida, as bad as Tennessee looked last week, I'm going to roll with Tennessee to pick up the dub over the Gators.
I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Tennessee is going to win the whole thing.
The Oregon and Hawaii game, Oregon's going to blow out Hawaii.
And in Oregon and Hawaii, I got to pick the favorite again. I'm going Oregon with a dub.
And then Hawaii and Oregon, I'm going with the Ducks.
Oregon's going to take the dub.
South Carolina, Georgia game. I feel like South Carolina's going to upset them.
With Georgia with an easy victory over South Carolina, as I call them.
I'm a Bulldog. Hey, South Carolina going to be saying who let put the dogs up after the game.
I think Georgia's going to win this week.
That's all for College Football Corner. I'm Nate Trobaugh, signing off.
Thanks for Sports U2, and that three-point shootout is always a ton of fun.
And now, we have one more segment to get to everyone, Kieran.
Yep, and this one is straight from our General's Geography crew. How did our school do with this week's questions? Take it away, guys.
All right, so who are we with?
Mr. Lee.
All right, do you think you know your geography quite well?
Quite well.
All right. All right, for your first question, name where Sweden is.
Sweden is going to be up here. This guy right there. They're in Scandinavia.
So he said right here. And you are correct. Point to the country of Greece. All right. You said this one?
Greece. I teach Greece.
Oh, all right. And you are, you already know that you are correct. Yeah. A lot of people said Italy, just one bit over.
Yeah.
Which is incorrect.
I'm here with
Trevor Boydston.
Trevor. I'm gonna ask you to find Papua New Guinea.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I have no clue where that one is at.
I'll give you a hint. It's on the lower half of the globe. Colder. Warmer. It's right there. Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
Now, I'm gonna give you a hard one. Find Kazakhstan.
That is right here, I believe.
That's right.
That's going to do it for this Friday edition of the 5-Star News.
We'll be back with you again next Tuesday with a brand new report. So until then,
stay classy, Heritage.